Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an Acer laptop. This is a slim Acer Swift 5 model. The exact model for this one is a SF514-52 series. That can be found on the sticker on the bottom. Here it says Swift space SF514-52 series. And in this video, I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can add a storage, upgrade the storage, or increase the performance for your laptop. And all the links for the tools and compatible storage, everything will be linked in a video description in case you want to purchase yours. Just remember, if you remove the main storage in here, you will have to reinstall Windows on the new one. Okay, or you can just put the new storage in here, because you can put actually two. Put the new one in there and clone the old one to the new one, and then remove the old one, or just format it, use it as a secondary storage, or just remove it by a little enclosure, put it in there so you have a portable USB-C extra storage on hand, or you can have both of them in there. I'll open it up. I will show you the options that you can have in here. All right. With all that said, let's get into it. First thing first, power off the laptop completely, and you're gonna go over the tools. Tool 1 is an iFixit screwdriver set, or any screwdriver set will do, but I prefer the iFixit as they have all the screw bits that you need, and they really last long time because they're really hardened steel. You're going to be using a Torx T5, 5, and we are going to be using a Phillips number 1. If you get the Pro set, they will give you an opening tools and stuff like that. If not, grab the basic one like I did, and grab yourself a metallic guitar pick. These are really suitable to opening cases and covers. All right. So down here on the bottom of the laptop, there's a whole bunch of screws. We're going to remove all the screws, and remember, all the screws are the same size and height, so don't worry about mix matching them. Just remove all of them, even the one in the front, two in the mid, everywhere, and keep them in a single pile. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, once we remove all the screws, we're going to grab the opening tool. We always want to start always from the front end of the laptops, because we know that there should be a speakers and battery. There's no electronics in here. So we're going to stick the guitar pick about 1 or 2 millimeters inside the gap between the bottom cover and the palm rest. Just 1 or 2 millimeters. Don't stick the whole guitar pick in there, if you know what I mean. And you just want to twist it, and you want to hear those click sound. That's what you want to hear. You want to go all around in the front end, and you're going to see these gaps opening. You want to go work to the side. Remember, very important, only 1 or 2 millimeters. Don't stick the whole guitar pick in. You want to go to the back corner, by the hinges, and that's it. To the left and right, and do the back by the hinges. Next, what you want to do, you want to grab it from the front end, wiggle it around while you're lifting, and it will release the back side. So here's your bottom case. All right, so down here we can see, first off, there's no space for 2.5-inch mechanical or SSDs to place in here, and there's no connector or anything like that. So out of the box, we know that you can't put any 2.5-inch storage in here. All right, next I see that there is an M.2 one here, and they nicely give you another one right away here, and they provide you with a screw right away here. And I see right away here that this is SSD has a 2 notch on it. So that means, because I see there's a 2 notch in here, that means this is not an NVMe SSD. This is an M.2 SATA. And what M.2 SATA means, that it means it is a little bit slower, much slower than NVMe storage. This speed of this one is same thing as an as a 2.5-inch SATA. So they have the same speed on both. But one thing is very important, that these 2 jacks are Gen 3 NVMe PCI Express, and they are backward compatible with a SATA. So that means you can put an NVMe onto each one of these. So you can take advantage of that. So what we can do, you can grab any NVMe. I'll recommend it Samsung 990 Pro or 980 Pro. And these are really durable SSDs. All the NVMe's, they have only one notch on them. They don't have two notch. And let's say that you got one NVMe, which is this one right over here. We can see there's one notch, one cut right there. What do you want to do first? If you don't want to touch your main one, let's say for some reason, you just want to keep it there, you can remove the screw with a Torx number one. Also, people will say, oh, why don't you disconnect the battery? You don't need to disconnect the battery to do this upgrades and stuff like that. But if you want to be paranoid and you want to disconnect it, then what you want to do, you want to put your fingers on the side of this jack and just slide it backward, and the connector will come out loose. But again, I see so many people in the comment area say, "Oh, I tried to pull it out, put it in, it created a spark," and then you have to take it to the repair shop to see what happened. But if you disconnect it, put it back in evenly inside the jack. Make sure you go straight in when you disconnect or connect it. But I will leave it connected so you guys can see there's no harm done. So back to the SSDs. So we're gonna remove one screw at the back of SSD on the empty slot right in here. And we're gonna grab the new NVMe and we're gonna stick it right inside the connector right there. You can see there's a one cut right in there. So there's no two cut, only one cut. So that means we have to bring it inside that connector. So this jack has to go like that. If I put it all the way around, it's not gonna go through. So I'm gonna bring it in 15 or 20 degree in front of the contact like that with a little 45-degree or 35-degree, whatever angle is this. I'm gonna push it towards the connector so all the pins are in there. How do I know it's in correct position? When I bring it down, I'll see this screw hole right here is nicely matching. Then what I can do, I can just simply put the screw right over there. Now, pretty much, I have an extra NVMe storage, and I have my old Windows and everything on the old one here. But again, we're not taking advantage of this one. The way that it's supposed to be, the Windows has to be on NVMe, and you can have this one as a secondary storage. Or if you remove this one and put another NVMe, that means the speeds between them, they will be dramatically fast, and you can take advantage of that. And you can take this M.2 SATA, you can put it on an enclosure, use it as an external portable drive. To remove this one, it's pretty much you have to remove one screw at the back, lift it up about 5 or 10 degree, and then you want to slide it out. And you can see there's a two cut. Even though there is only one notch right on the DIMM right there, but this one has two cuts, so it has to go like that. For example, I remove that one. If people say, "Oh, how do you know it's NVMe compatible or no?" I have Windows installed on this SSD, so I'm gonna plug it in there, put the screw. I'll put this one to one side. I can power it on, and you guys can see that it will go to the Windows with no problem. So I powered it on. The light should be on. Yeah, it is on, I guess. Let me see. It's not powering on, so let me just grab my charger, plug in the charger. Now I powered on. Let's wait a few seconds because we did disconnect the battery. When you disconnect the battery, it takes some time to load. Now it's loading. Here's my other original hard drive in here. And here I have the NVMe right there. So it's loading to the admin, and I think it's a Spanish Windows I installed, but it's working perfectly fine. You can go to the task manager, and we can see that in the task manager, NVMe, SSD, NVMe with a touch screen. It says right here is a Micron, this model is a Micron, the model number, and it tells you right in the middle, which is an NVMe SSD. So those 4 people say that, oh, how do you know? Because I do this for a living, and that's how I know. All right, there we go. Now I'm gonna power it off. Let's wait for the fan to turn off. You're gonna disconnect it. All right, so there you have it. So what I recommend you guys to do is to put your Windows on the NVMe and put this one formatted, put it on the second one. Once you install the Windows, you can access your data folders from the user folder and push it back and then format it, and you have an extra storage. Again, to remove it, one screw, bring it up, pull it back, push this one in, put the screws over. I made a short video how to create your Windows 11 USB boot drive. If you want to know how to create your Windows 11 and you want to install it, it's super easy. Pretty much I'll show you in a second. All right, once you're done down here, everything, make sure your battery is connected. Grab the bottom cover, put it over. You want to push the sides down, put down, make sure you hit those nice big click sounds. And then to finish it off is to put the bottom screws on the bottom cover. Now I'm gonna open it up and turn it on, and I'm gonna show you guys how to boot from the USB. Once you create your Windows 11 USB boot drive, which is linked in the video description, and you want to install it, you want to boot through it, you have to go to the BIOS, turn on F12 option, which is a boot menu option. I'm gonna show you guys how to go to the BIOS in a second. Just gonna fast forward this part. So in order to go to the BIOS, this screen is really reflective. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'll show you guys. First, connect the charger. Let's say I have a different type of USB boot right over here. Let me see if I have a Windows boot. There's a Windows. I think I have a Windows in here, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. So we're gonna put one USB that you created. This is Windows 7, but it should be Windows 11. You're gonna power on, and we're gonna tap on F2 quickly. We're just gonna keep tapping on F2, and it should take you out to a BIOS menu. There we go. So this is the BIOS menu. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's gonna be. We're gonna go to the with the arrow keys. We're gonna go to the main tab, and we're gonna go down where it says F12 boot menu. It says disable. You're gonna press enter, and you're gonna click on enable. Go down, enable, and press enter. And then you want to go to the exit tab. It says exit save changes. You want to do that, exit save changes, and enter, yes, yes, and then press F12. Keep tapping on F12. Just keep tapping on every few seconds. And it's going to take you to the boot manager. And in here, you should be able to see your USB boot drive. If it doesn't show up in here, it doesn't show up right now, it says Windows. I'm going to switch it to a different USB port. And then I'm going to do Control Alt Delete. And I'm going to do F12 again. Sometimes it doesn't detect in all ports. It only works in some of the ports. So let's try a different port. There's only 2 ports in here. So we might want to try USB-C. Let's try this one, USB-C, Control, Delete, F12. There we go. USB-C works. It shows me USB. So I can choose the USB, press enter, and it's going to take you to a Windows installation steps through your USB file. Follow any of my Windows installation steps so you don't have all those bloatware installed, affiliated program installed with the Windows 11. And you do a few Windows updates and all the drivers, everything will be installed with no problem. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in the video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.